We have a little rally going on outside before the game. Game's at noon, rally starts at 11. Here's my poster I made. Sophie, thank you. Signed, a girl mom. I don't know if it's Minneapolis, like the city itself and its inhabitants, or if it's just WNBA fans, because I very much felt like the minority there. I really do, because I felt like the crazy person there. Like, again, poster size, little poster that said, Sophie, comma, thank you. Signed, a girl mom. That's it. Nothing political.
Hang on a minute. You cannot say, thank you, Sophie, on a sign at a time like this, where Sophie Cunningham has injected herself directly into a political issue, and you claim it is apolitical. It does not work like that. You didn't fly to Minneapolis at 4 a.m. as you claim to watch a random WNBA game. You went there for political reasons. Already off to a bad start here, Riley.
I'm really not a provocateur. Kayla McBride, who's one of the Lynx star players. I don't know if it's her wife or her girlfriend. I should probably look it up. I didn't even look at them. I walk by the wife or the girlfriend, and I still have my little poster, and the game was over at this point. I've got my shirt on, and she looks at me and goes, ew, 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 all in my face like that. And I'm just kind of sat there like, I'm not going to respond to that, because I don't think that about you. I don't know you. I don't know anything about you. I don't know your beliefs. So she's all in my face. You're disgusting. Ew, ew. It's just so stupid.
But Riley, you do know her beliefs. You know her beliefs exactly, to a T. How are you so immensely terrible at reading the room?
Every time Sophie was on the court, every time she subbed in, every time she got the ball, it was boo, boo, boo. Her teammates weren't really passing her the ball. I don't know if it was to like save her the feeling of just like total shame, which Sophie's unshakable. She's unmovable. She is uncancelable. I wasn't looking for a scene. Of course not. Actually, she texted me and she's like, wait, you're here? And so she came out and we were able to chat.
I didn't want to make and cause a scene. That's why I, Riley Gaines, as a prominent fixture on Fox News, as a prominent fixture on Outkick, as a prominent fixture with the President of the United States. Have I mentioned that I've spoken at Turning Point USA, which was founded by Charlie Kirk? Did I mention, by the way, that I also went campus to campus with Charlie Kirk, debating kids and showing my transphobia and my hard right evangelical Christianity, which is antithetical to us as a society? Well, I attend hate rallies because I'm Riley Gaines. I held up a sign supporting an anti-trans athlete. What the hell are you saying? And I, Riley Gaines, stayed afterward to snap photos with said athlete and post on my social media, plus vlog about my experience because, you know, causing a scene, not necessarily my thing. I know Trump once said,
"We won with poorly educated." I love the poorly educated.
But my goodness, how gullible can her audience possibly be? I mean, I do remember when she practically sold ivermectin out of her car in an ad, but this is next level.
Cheryl Reed, the coach of the Minnesota Lynx, who wore this shirt that said, "Trans kids belong." There's no such thing as trans kids. There's no such thing as trans kids. I think you have abusive parents who convince their child that they are something other than what God created them to be, but there's no such thing as trans kids, because there's no such thing as transgender. Trans kids belong. And again, it just kills me.
You know what kills me? Riley Gaines supports the pedo party that won't release the Epstein files. They refuse. She doesn't care. Charlie Kirk even said at one point, "I'm done talking about Epstein." Apparently she is too. I thought that you guys were pro-nuclear family, and you guys were about protecting little girls. And yet, I can't remember the last time Riley Gaines said anything about Jeffrey Epstein. I can't remember the last time she said anything about the president's close connection to Jeffrey Epstein. Very, very interesting stuff here. Yeah, we got to protect girls. We got to protect women. Except if that person has an entire log being hidden by somebody that I support in the acting AG, Todd Blanche. Hey, I also don't remember you commenting at all on the E. Jean Carroll case, where a judge said, yeah, he R-worded her. Nothing there, Riley? Why? Why won't you speak out on this? I do find it to be interesting, though, that you take what you believe is a morally upstanding position, and yet, even in your evangelical nature, you never talk about feeding hungry kids. You could help little girls that are hungry. You don't. You don't. Instead, what you hyper-focus on is something that does not help Americans in their day-to-day lives. It doesn't help us with healthcare. It doesn't bring the cost of living down. Not in any way. What you want to do is ruin the lives of people that you say don't exist. That's foul and immoral and inhumane.
It was my first ever WNBA game. I haven't tuned into too many WNBA games, partially because the league is so woke, and the highlights that you see online, it makes the league look like a spoof. It was really cool to see Ryan Howard play, who was at the University of Kentucky at the same time I was. She plays for the Lynx. She was the #1 WNBA draft pick in 2022 coming out of Kentucky, and so it was super cool to be able to see her.
Girl, are you okay? Natasha Howard of the Minnesota Lynx is a 13-year pro. She was born in 1991. You were born in 2000. That can't be it. Ryan Howard, who you claim to have seen in person, plays for the Atlanta Dream. You watched the Lynx Fever. What are you talking about? Wrong black person, Riley. You got them mixed up. I know it's probably a common occurrence for you, but you did. Sorry.
I would encourage you to go in person because I had a really good time and I would go again. And these women are incredible. Maybe at that point you can kind of like the ratio of angry, disgruntled lesbian trans who show up to WNBA games. We could like bring that down.
Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/TYTsports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to tyt.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition, you could follow me on my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate the love. Have a great day.